Right. Today our topic is React.js introduction. What is that? React.js introduction. Our course is React.js. Okay, right. So before going to the introduction, I will introduce myself. So my name is Ramesh. I have 10 plus years of experience as a web developer and trainer. Okay, right. Now coming to here, React.js introduction. So before going to introduction, what are the prerequisites we should know? What are the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites we should know? Okay, to learn React.js. Prerequisites to learn React.js. So first of all, you should be aware of HTML5 or HTML at least, CSS2 or CSS3, and you should be aware of JS. JavaScript, you should be aware of that. Hello? Hello? Understanding it, everybody? Okay. So what are the prerequisites we should learn? We should learn about HTML, and we should know about CSS, and we should know aware of JavaScript. Understanding it? So by using HTML and CSS, we can create a view, and by using JS, we can create a dynamic functionality in the React.js. That's why we should know about this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And this little bit JavaScript fundamentals I will discuss here. Of course, not entire JavaScript, but this a little bit advanced concept like difference between where, let, and const keywords. Okay, and promises. Okay, and how to work with promise, and lambda expression. Okay, different types of methods. Normal function, anonymous function, lambda expression. What is the difference between them? Okay, and promises. So those topics in the first 1 or 2 days I will take that JavaScript classes, so that you will clearly understand that. Understanding it, everybody? So whenever you are practicing in the JavaScript also, sometimes we will use a normal function, sometimes we will use a anonymous function like lambda expressions. Okay, so there is no specific rule. Here we need to use a normal function, and here we need to use lambda expression, like that. But we should know how to utilize all the 3 different methods also. So that's why I will take that classes. Okay, and what is the difference between where keyword, let keyword, const keyword? So those topics in the first starting 1 or 2 classes I will take that classes. Okay, everybody, please respond. Hello? Right.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, right. Are you aware of this? Please respond, everybody. Are you aware of this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript?
Yes, sir.
Anybody? Yeah, everybody is aware of this, right? So this is mandatory. Okay, this is mandatory HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? Now, yeah, it's okay, Srikanth. If you know knowledge, it is enough. Okay, not very advanced level knowledge not required. At least basic level knowledge is required. So if you know any other server side technology also, that will be good. Yeah, right.
Sir, even
It's okay. Yeah.
is required, sir.
Sorry.
Even Bootstrap also required, sir, like for prerequisites.
Bootstrap, if you have knowledge, it's okay. Or else, whenever we are working with Bootstrap, I will explain that things. Not entire Bootstrap, but I will explain that things. Okay, right. The basics. Okay. Yeah, whatever we are going to design, that will definitely I will explain that. Okay. Yeah, right. So yeah, if you have Bootstrap knowledge also, that will be good. Right. So right. Now coming to this, what is React.js? What is? Yeah, it's okay, Ajay. If you have a little bit of basic knowledge also, it's fine. Okay, right. So what is React.js? So React.js is a client side library, not framework. So what is the difference between library and framework? In a framework, we can use so many libraries also, that is one difference. But in library, comparatively library and framework, so framework by default, okay, will provide more things. Suppose if you compare with Angular, the Angular provides a predefined validation also. But in React.js, we need to write our own validation. Okay, so in the frameworks, there are so many predefined things are available. But in the library, the basic core language is optimized in their own way. But all those things we need to construct in my by using our own knowledge only. Understand it, everybody? So that is a difference only. Okay, so comparatively library and framework. framework provide more options comparatively library. That is a major difference. That's it. So Angular is a client-side library. It is not a framework. Of course, it will follows the structure, but it don't give by default some options. Suppose validation also it cannot do anything. We need to write our own validation. Okay, right. So the type of things are available in compared to React and Angular. So yeah, 1 second. So React.js is a client-side library developed by Facebook company. Facebook company by using the language called JavaScript. Okay, by using the language called JavaScript. So React.js is what? Client-side library. So I told you about difference between library and framework also. Comparatively, library and framework provide more options than the library. Okay, right. So but comparatively framework and library is very lightweight. Comparatively library and framework, library is very lightweight. Okay, right. Now what
Once
type
again,
of yeah, Charu is speaking or else any other person? Charu Malik. Who is
once again
speaking?
you repeat.
Anupama.
No, sir,
Right.
I am not
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah, okay, sir. So what is the point you want, Anupama? Can you please tell?
difference
Library?
between library and
Yeah,
framework.
yeah. Library and framework means, see, suppose if you know Angular, so there are so many predefined things are available for form related things, for pipe related things. So there are so many predefined things are available. Okay, Anupama. So but here in library, that things it is not available. So everything we need to write by our own only. Okay, Anupama.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
so in the Angular it will provide more options. Okay, like
Yes.
if you want to manipulate the data, suppose if you want to display in uppercase letters, lowercase letters, there are pipes are available. So if you
Yes, sir.
want to work with if you want to work with routing, so predefined routing concept is available in the Angular.
Yes.
Lazy loading is available in the Angular. Okay, and if there is validations, if we want to work with validations, so there is template driven forms. Yeah, we
Okay,
need
sir.
to validate manually, Ajay. Okay, so predefined validations can be done in Angular by default by using ng model class, all those things we can do it. Okay, so there are so many predefined things are available in Angular, but in React we need to write our own things. Okay, so that is the difference. So that's why that is called as a framework, but this is called as a library. Only that 5 things only. But whatever we can develop, okay, by using Angular, what type of applications can you develop? Same applications we can develop by using React.js also. Okay, so yeah, utilization ways. Okay, so means development wise, okay, the development means whatever the big application also we can develop. Whatever applications can develop by Angular, same applications by we can develop through React.js also. So don't think which is best, sir. Yeah. So Srikanth, don't think like that. Okay, Srikanth. Okay. So don't think of which is best, which is worst like that. Okay. So there is no worst technology. See, in software industry, there is least using technology is there. Okay, but there is no worst technology. Suppose there is a best technology, but some persons, only least persons are using that. So that's why it is called as least using technology. Okay, there is no worst technology. Okay, and there is no best also, because suppose today you compare React versus Angular. So today you are feeling React is better. So tomorrow what happens? So Angular will be backward, right? So they will have developed, they will overcome their situations. That means they will overcome their drawbacks and they will make it better. And then after React also they will make it again better. Understand it? So in software industry, okay, evolvement is daily process. Daily technology will be evolved. Okay, so we cannot tell which is best, which is worst like that. Okay, but we can tell as a professional trainer, I can tell how to use Angular if you join my Angular classes, how to use React if you join my React classes. Okay, right. Yeah, right, Ajay. Whatever you told is absolutely correct. So in America, I mean, US or UK or else any other foreign technologies, most of the people are using React.js. In India, also most of the people are using React, but yeah, of course, Angular also widely they are using. So that's why I'm telling there is no worst technology. If it is worst, nobody can use it. Understanding that? So that's why everybody has every technology has their own advantages and disadvantages. So today one thing is disadvantage, tomorrow it will make it better. Means today is something is not providing by Angular. So tomorrow what they will do in the next version, they will overcome that. Understanding, right? So clearly we cannot tell which is best and which is worst, but both are good. Both are good and great also. So what type of application also if you want, you can develop. We can develop by using React.js web applications as well as mobile applications. Of course, mobile applications is not in our topic, but web applications I will discuss. Okay, right. Understanding, Harsha, sorry, Srikanth, you are understanding, right? So don't take anyone as defending or offending or defending anyone. Okay, just I'm clarifying your doubts. Okay, right. So if I tell only React is best, so if I tell only React is best, then what happens? Most of the students will ignore Angular. So if they don't learn Angular, if they, how can I attend interviews for Angular? Suppose you have to learn React.js, you have set your mind only React is best. So you are not learning Angular, but daily you are getting calls for Angular only. So if you don't learn Angular, how can you attend? Suppose I told Angular is best, React is worst. So you will prepare your mindset like that. So you are not learning Angular, React.js, but daily you are getting calls for React.js. Then how can you attend that interviews? So that's why I'm telling. So no, there is no waste technology. Okay. So there is no best technology. The evolvement is daily process. Okay. Right. So now React.js is what? Client-side library. What is that? Client-side library. So I have discussed about library and what is client-side technologies and what is server-side technologies. What are the difference between them? Respond everybody. What are the difference between them? Yes, for your knowledge, you can respond. What is the difference between client-side technology and what is the difference between client-side technologies and server-side technologies? Very simple question.
Client side
Anybody?
is front end.
Okay.
Front end that we see like all the UI and like JavaScript and all, it is front end, and these client side libraries that work on JavaScript, that is made on JavaScript. So for all the UI purpose, we are using this React.js or client side library, and the backend is like that we deal with our services and databases. So that is the backend side technologies.
Client server side on inspect screen we can see or get the backend data. Okay, right. Everybody responded in their own way. Yeah, everybody responded in their own way. I appreciate your work. Right. So client side script languages, server programming languages. No, Srikanth, that is not the correct perception. Okay, I'm not offending you, Srikanth. Okay, just I'm clarifying your doubts. Okay, just I'm clarifying your mistakes. Don't think why he's taking my name and then after he's telling like that. Just I'm telling. Okay, right. So yeah, the major difference between client side and server side technologies is by using client side technologies, we cannot store our data permanently. Okay, we cannot store our data permanently. Okay, by using server side technologies, we can store our data permanently. That is a major difference. So why we cannot store our data permanently and why we cannot store our data permanently by using client side technologies, and why we can store our data permanently by using server side technologies? What is the difference? How it is possible? That means the technology whatever you are using. So one second. Suppose if you want to store your data permanently, we should store our data where? Respond everyone. If you want to store your data permanently, where we should store our data? If you want to store your data permanently, where you should store our data? In the database. Where we need to store? Yeah, in the database. So the technology whatever you are using, that should have the capacity to connect with the database and to manipulate the database also. Understanding? So the database, okay, the technology whatever you are using, that have the capacity, that should have the capacity to connect with the database and to manipulate the database as well. Yeah, cloud also. So the cloud also nothing but container of multiple databases. Okay, right. So yeah, so the server side technology, okay, the server side technology can able to connect with the database and it can manipulate the database also. Okay, but client-side technologies means, okay, they are not able to connect with the database. Why? Because they don't have that capacity. Suppose pure HTML, CSS, that is only for designing purpose only. Coming to pure JavaScript, which is along with come with the browser, that is also client-side JavaScript only. By using that, what we can do, we can store our data temporarily. How we can store our data temporarily? By using cookies, we can store our data temporarily. So if you put a expiration time after 100 years also, but if the user deletes the cookies in his computer, you will lose your data. Okay, or else if you say if the cookies expiration time is completed, then also you will lose your data. Okay, or else we can store your data local storage. If the user deletes the browser cache and along with cookies also, you will lose your local storage data. Yeah, 1 second, Ajay. I will. Okay, right. Yeah, to access back and all those things. Yeah, we should have authentication also, right? Yeah, all right. And we by using JavaScript, we can store our data local storage also. But what happens? Local storage data can be available, but if the user deletes browser cache and along with cookies, we will lose your local storage data. And we can store your data in the session storage also by using JavaScript. But what happens? So as soon as the user closes our application in the browser, or else if the user closes entire browser also, we will lose our data. So that's why pure JavaScript, native JavaScript. Okay, and vanilla JavaScript also we can call. Vanilla JavaScript means pure JavaScript. That's it. Okay, if anything is not modified means that is called vanilla. That's it. Okay, right. So that pure JavaScript is client-side JavaScript only. So by using that client-side technology, we can store our data temporarily. We cannot store our data permanently. Okay, so that is the major difference between client-side technologies and server-side technologies. And to connect with the database by using any server-side technology to manipulate the database and to connect with the database, yes, we should have particular authentication. We should register there and we should have a login password, and through by using that only we can able to connect with that. Okay, right. Clear it, everybody? What is the difference between client side and server side technologies? Respond, everybody. Hello. Yeah, Anupama. Anupama.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Shravanti or Shavanti? Maybe. Okay, whatever it may be. Right. Anupama Shravanti. Yeah, Shravanti. Right. Haridasu, Prasad Desai, Satish, Srikant, Sundar. Everybody should respond, not only single person. Sundar Goda, Satish Sarkar, or else Saraskar. Sorry, Satish Saraskar, Haridasu Seshidhar. Are you there? You are muted. Maybe you are speaking, but I'm not able to hear that because you are muted. You are self muted. So unmute yourself and speak. Okay, right. So that's it, everybody. Right. Now, if you want to work with the React.js, so first we should know about JavaScript also, right? Right. So we should know
Yes,
about
sir.
JavaScript also. Yeah. We should little bit learn about means we should we'll go for little bit introduction of JavaScript also. Okay. Right. So what is JavaScript?
JavaScript is a scripting language, sir.
Yeah, good. So JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. Client-side scripting language developed by
Netscape.
Brendan Eich. Of course, Netscape company, but programmer name is Brendan Eich or else Eich. Okay, Brendan Eich.
Yes,
So JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. So just now only I have discussed with you difference between client-side and server-side technologies. And in the
yes,
software
sir.
industry, we have two different terminologies: scripting languages and programming languages. So what is the
Yes,
difference
sir.
between scripting languages and programming languages? Respond as per your knowledge. Respond, everybody. What is the difference between scripting languages and programming languages? Not only Anupama, everybody. Charu, Ajay, Deva, Srikant, Haridasu, Prasad, Satish, everybody. Hello, put yourself mute, Anupama, once. I'm getting some noise. Or else, if you want to speak, if you want to say anything, you can say, Anupama. Right, not a problem. Right.
Yeah, most of the scripting languages are based on the libraries, where programming languages strictly follow a type of framework.
Okay. Right. Okay. Any other answers?
Sir, sir,
Yeah.
there are so many languages, sir. One is compiler-based language, scripting language, and markup language.
Okay.
In the same way, like JavaScript is a object-based scripting language.
Okay. Right. So yeah, everybody responded as per their knowledge, and yes. So yeah, yes for okay. Yeah, I appreciate your work. Okay, right. I appreciate your confidence also. Right. So whether it is right or wrong, you have responded very well. Right. So right. So coming to validation. See, validation is a small part in any application. Okay, validation is a small task in any application. So that purpose nobody develops a language. So just I'm clarifying your mistakes, that's it. Okay, don't, I'm telling one more time, don't take it as serious offending. Okay, so validation is a small part of work in any application. So that purpose nobody develops a language. Okay, right. So of course by using any language we can do validation also. That is one of the purpose, but now that is not only the purpose. Okay, right. So now coming to this versus scripting language versus programming languages. So the difference is very small. Okay, so by using scripting language, how much big application also we can develop. By using programming languages, how much big application also we can develop. But unfortunately most of the faculties are telling uh, scripting languages means we can develop only small scale applications. Okay, programming languages means we can develop big applications, like that they are telling, but it's not the correct way. If you tell in interviews, nobody will recruit you also, because scripting language JavaScript also very scripting language only. But by using that JavaScript, by using JavaScript, they have developed TypeScript. By using TypeScript, they have developed Angular. We can develop big applications also. By using React.js, we can develop big applications that is purely developed by JavaScript only. Yeah, for example, Instagram using Instagram developed by React.js, Facebook developed by React.js, Facebook also using React.js. Okay, so server side they are using PHP also, and Netflix also using React.js. Understand that they are very big applications only. So these are all nothing but scripting language developed by scripting language only. So no, don't tell in interviews scripting language is very small scale applications, programming language is very big scale applications. Nobody will recruit you. That is not the correct way. Okay, so then what is the difference? So scripting language uses interpreters. Okay, scripting language uses interpreters to convert their code. Okay, programming language uses compilers. No, Ajay,
Yes, sir.
everything has their, yeah, okay, Ajay, everything has their own algorithm. So for not only for algorithm, okay, PHP is a scripting language only, but whenever they are developing any implementing, they need to they use that PHP only. Okay, right. So yeah, okay, right. So scripting languages, okay, scripting languages means they are using interpreters. Programming languages means they will use compilers. Okay, programming language means they will use compilers. Then what is the difference between compilers and interpreters? Or else interpreters and compilers. First of all, before going to the differences, we should know what is the purpose of interpreters and compilers. So whatever language you are writing in the computer, whether it may be English also, Urdu also, Hindi also, or else any South Indian language like Telugu, Hindi, sorry, Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, whatever the languages also you are writing in the computer, that cannot understand by the computer. What English letters also that cannot understand by the computer. Okay, that cannot understand by the computer. Then how we are getting output? Whatever I am writing, the computer is not understanding, but it is giving output. How it is possible? So how it is possible is whatever you have written, that should convert into separate language, that is called binary language. Why? Because binary language is nothing but 0 1s. Okay, binary is nothing but 0 1s. So computer can understand only 0 1s only. Computer can understand only 0 and 1. Okay, so that's why everything has to convert into binary code. So who will convert this? Interpreters or compilers? Interpreters or compilers. Okay. So after then only they will get the output. Okay. So whenever they are converting, interpreters, what they will do? They will read the code line by line. Okay. They will read the code line by line and they will display the errors one by one. Okay. By compilers, they will read the code at once and they will throw the errors also at once. The major difference is errors throwing, the displaying of the errors. Okay. So if it is a scripting language, it will throw the errors one by one. Suppose you have written 20 lines of code. So line number 4 there is a problem, line number 8 there is a problem, line number 12 there is a problem, line number 17 there is a problem, but you did not check it. So you have written entire program 20 lines and you have executed. Then what happens? So it will stop in the line number 4 only. It will display the error. Okay. So line number 4 there is a problem. After solving that line number 4 issue, then only it will go to the 5th line. Okay. Then after if there is no problem, then it will go to the 6th line. If there is no problem, then it will go to the 7th line. Understand, right? So like that, step by step it will execute, and whenever they get any error, it won't go to the next time. But compilers, they will throw the error, they will throw all the errors at once only. Line number 4 there is a problem, line number 17 there is a problem, line number 8 there is a problem, like that. Understanding, right? So that is actually the difference between scripting languages and programming languages also. Okay, right? Everything has their own advantages and disadvantages. Okay, right? Clear it, everybody? Difference between scripting languages and programming languages? Respond, everyone. Yeah, right. Yes, right, right, Ajay. So any respond other persons. Difference between scripting language and programming language, understand or not? Why silent? Hello? Anupama, Charu.
Yes, sir.
Harija.
Scripting language they will use interpreter, sir. Programming language they will execute by the compiler.
Yeah. Okay. So the difference between script languages and programming is that one only. And the compilers, they will throw the errors at once. Interpreters, they throw the errors line by line only. So if they get any error in the in any particular line, it won't go to the, it won't execute the next time. Okay,
Yes,
it won't
sir. Scripting
it won't execute the, yeah.
synchronously, one by one, sir.
Yeah, right. One by one. Okay, right. So we can, yeah. So don't compare with synchronous and asynchronous, but they will execute one by one. Okay, right. Line by line. Right. So yeah. Any other persons? Only I got only 3 to 4 only. Charu, you understand? Hariprasad, Prasad Desai, Haridasu. Yeah, okay, okay. You have sent. Right, right. Srikanth sent. Okay.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, what all will be discussing in the React.js, sir? Like introduction. We did not go to any introduction.
React.js. Yeah, still we have time,
Yes,
right, Anupama. Okay, till we have time, right? Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So it is a continuation process. Okay, I will
Okay.
discuss about this. Okay, React.js. First, we need to know about JavaScript, right? Because it is
No,
evolved
sir.
from React.js. Yeah, yeah.
And there will be any project, like, just wanted to know. By the
Yeah,
end
we'll
of
do
this
that.
session, like,
We'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, Anupama, we'll do that.
okay, sir.
Yeah, CRUD operations will do it. Okay. Yes. So how to create the data? Okay, how to retrieve the data and how to update, how to delete. So that thing we'll do it in the end. Okay. Right. So yeah. So now coming to this, JavaScript is a client-side scripting language developed by JavaScript. Okay, developed by Brendan Eich. Right. Now, so if you want to by using, so if you want to utilize JavaScript, so and I have utilized JavaScript and I have written a program. So can I directly execute the JavaScript code in the browser? Can I directly execute JavaScript code in the browser? Respond, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Can I execute
Yes, sir.
JavaScript code directly in the browser?
Yes, sir.
So actually, no, we cannot execute directly JavaScript code in the browser. We need to execute JavaScript code through HTML page only. Okay. Of course, we can execute, but through HTML page only we need to execute that JavaScript code. Why? Because JavaScript code, HTML files only executable directly in the browser. So if you want to execute CSS also, we need to write in a CSS file. Sorry, we need to write in a HTML file only. If you want to execute JavaScript also, we need to write in the HTML file only. So .html files only we cannot directly execute in the browser. Okay, right. So of course, in a single HTML page, we can write 3 different languages. What are the 3 different languages? HTML, one language; CSS, styling language; JavaScript, scripting language. Where we are writing all these 3? Where we are writing all these 3? Where we are writing all these 3? In a HTML page. And where we need to check the output? Where we need to check the output? If you write a HTML page, where we need to check the output? Hello, I have created a HTML page. Where I need to check the output?
Browser.
Sir. Default browser.
Yeah, okay. Browser, okay. Right, okay. In the browser, okay. Right. So how browser is understanding 3 different technologies from a single page. Understanding my point? So browser is one, page also one, but in a single page we are writing 3 different technologies. So how browser is
Yes.
understanding 3 different technologies from a single page? Okay, index.html will call automatically. Okay, so whenever you execute any application, but just because of index.html it is not understanding. Okay, Ajay, right? Yeah, tell me, somebody is speaking. Anupama.
Nothing, sir. Nothing, sir.
Yeah, right. So how browser understanding is, browser inbuilt contains interpreters. Browser inbuilt, they contain interpreters. Okay, so related to these 3 technologies, what are that? HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So browser is like our human body only. Okay, browser also like our human body only. Okay, so what is our human body? Respond everybody. What is our human body? What is our human body? Collection of organs and connection between them. So in a human body we have so many organs are available, and every organ is connected to other organ directly or indirectly, right everybody? Okay, like that. Browser also collection of 3 interpreters: HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Those will come automatically whenever you install browser. Okay, and internally they have connection between them also. HTML, CSS and JavaScript, they have internally connection. So that's why we will get proper output. Okay, so in every browser contains 3 interpreters: HTML, CSS and JavaScript. No need to install separately. Suppose interpreters for Mozilla Firefox, interpreters for Google Chrome, no need to search like that and no need to install like that. Okay, automatically they will come. And these 3 interpreters also different from one browser to another browser. These 3 interpreters also different from one browser to another browser. That's why something will work in the Mozilla Firefox, something doesn't work in the IE, Chrome or Safari. Why? Because these interpreters are different from one browser to another browser. So in a single web browser, how many interpreters are available? Respond everybody. In a single web page, in a single web browser, how many interpreters are available? 3. And how many pages we are executing? Yeah, so how many pages we are executing? 1. What is that? HTML page. Then how these 3 how browser is understanding 3 different technologies from a single HTML page? How browser is understanding CSS from HTML page? How browser is understanding JavaScript in a HTML page? How it is understanding? How they are understanding? Okay, so by using style tag. Suppose you know style tag, right? Or else .css file, right? Respond everybody. Suppose
Yes,
if you want to
sir.
write CSS, what we will do? We'll store that file within an extension called .css. So by seeing this extension, automatically CSS interpreter will automatically call that page. Okay, or else
Yes.
you know say, style tag, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know script tag, right?
Yes, sir.
So by saying that, what happens? By reading the browser, whenever the browser read this style tag, immediately it will send in between the code to the CSS interpreter. And whenever the browser saw this script tag, immediately it will send this in between code to the JavaScript interpreter. Since they have all the three interpreters are having connection, after completion of that conversion, everything will merge and they will get proper output.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
understanding everybody? Okay, so by reading, okay, we have HTML tag also there to tell, consider this page as a HTML page. We have style tag is there, so I'm going to write CSS here. We have script tag here, that means I'm going to write here JavaScript code here. Okay, so that what happens whenever the browser sees this style tag, immediately it will send it to the CSS interpreter, then it will convert into the binary code and output is ready. And then after, whenever this whenever the browser is seeing this script tag, it will send it to the JavaScript interpreter, then after it will convert into the binary code and the output is ready. Then all the three interpreters will merge. Okay, they will talk each other and the output will be merged, and finally they will give proper output. Internally they will do like that. So that browser has that inbuilt program like that. Clear it, everyone? So this is how every browser will work. Now tell me, style tag and script tag belongs to HTML or CSS, and the script tag belongs to JavaScript or HTML? Respond everybody. Style tag belongs to HTML or CSS? Script tag belongs to JavaScript or HTML?
JavaScript, sir.
So yeah, most of the people will feel like that. But in CSS we have tags or else properties. In JavaScript we have variables and functions or else tags we have. So tags are belongs to HTML only. So in the some interviews they will get this question also. Okay, we will feel okay, it is very simple question like that. Okay, but in the starting of my career I have attended so many interviews as a fresher. So what I did, so I have answered like you, what I did. So style tag belongs to what language? So I have selected for CSS. And script tag belongs to what language? I have selected for JavaScript. So I lost 2 marks. Why? Because style tag belongs to HTML, script tag belongs to HTML only. To separate CSS code, okay, all tag belongs to HTML. Okay, so to separate CSS code from the HTML and JavaScript, we need to use style tag. But what we are going to write is CSS only. Okay, to separate JavaScript code from the HTML and CSS, we will use here script tag. Understanding that, everybody? So all tags belongs to HTML only. Clear, right? So this is very important question also. Okay, this is very important question also. Okay, right? Clear, right, everyone? So style tag is HTML, but what I'm going to write is CSS. Script tag is HTML, but what I'm going to write is JavaScript only. Clear or not? Respond, everyone. Hello. Others.
Yes, sir.
Anupama.
Clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ajay. Yeah. Deva. Haridasu. Srikanth. Sriram. Okay. Right. So this is the difference between them. Okay. This is the, yeah. So by using the style tag and script tag, these interpreters will get that related code only. Okay. Right. This is how it will work. Okay. Right. So this is about JavaScript. And coming to React, we have, so this is a client side library only. And coming to this, what is the features of React.js, how we can install all those things, tomorrow class onwards I will discuss. Okay, right? So that means first I will tell tomorrow class onwards little bit JavaScript. That means the difference between varlet and const keywords and different types of methods. And in the next class I will discuss about promises, and then onwards I will tell you React.js installation. And okay, then so what are the states, what are the props, okay, what is virtual DOM, how to install React.js, all those things I will tell from after 2 to 3 days after onwards. First I will discuss about JavaScript basics, 2 to 3 classes, then I will start React.js. Okay, everybody? So then also you will understand clearly. Understanding, suppose directly if I install React and directly if I teach React.js, so directly if I am talking about the states, props, and you will confuse, right? So step by step we will go. And okay, and I don't waste your time also. Okay, and coming to my way of teaching is, it will most of the time it will be in a practical manner only. I'm not a theoretical guy. Okay, just 1 or 2 class only I will write theory. Why? Because if I directly implement examples, you will confuse. So 1 or 2 class only I will tell only theory. Okay, from tomorrow onwards we'll do everything with project. Yeah,
So
ES6 means, yeah,
sir,
promises.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
sir,
one
the
second.
timing,
One
the
second.
timings are fixed. Yeah.
So coming to ES6 means, yeah, not complete ES6, Ajay, but what are the necessary for React? Definitely I will discuss that. Okay, that means lambda
Sir,
expressions, promises. Yeah, duration of the courses
sir.
42. One second. I will let me give me 1 second.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. So promises means 40 to 60 days. Okay. Duration will be 40 to 60 days. Okay. Right. Coming to project, yes, we will do CRUD operations in the list, and everything we will discuss. We will discuss about Redux also. Okay. Right. Yeah. Now, Anupama, you are asking something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah. One second, Anupama. Sorry.
before
Yeah. One second.
before
And they were asking about timing. So daily 5:30 to 6:30, Deva. Okay. Right. 1 hour class. Daily timings are same. 5:30 to 6:30 in the evening. Indian timings. Yeah. Now tell me, Anupama.
So nothing, sir. What topics should be covered in React JavaScript in order to start with React.js? Like what important topics?
You asked me about the JavaScript.
Yes, sir. Because I have gone through JavaScript, sir. I've studied
Yeah. Yeah.
little bit of
So
JavaScript.
yeah. So
Casually I'm asking.
yeah. Right. So you know it about array methods like push, pop. That methods are available,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. Map method.
Yes.
Okay. So
Array
that means,
data structure.
yeah, right, that basics is required. And different types of methods: normal function, anonymous function, lambda expression, and the difference between varlet and const keywords. So whatever is necessary for React purpose, I'm going to teach from tomorrow onwards only. Okay, Anupama.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
Okay, sir. Thank you,
the
sir.
topics I will, yeah, the topics I will tell tomorrow and after tomorrow. Then I will teach React.js installation. Okay, right. Yeah,
Okay.
Deva, you are
Thank you,
asking
sir.
some, yeah, previously one doubt. Tell me, Deva, I.
Yeah, sir. These timings are flexible. Means like, will you take any extended hours on Saturdays, Sundays, like that?
No, actually, I prefer Monday to Friday only. So if the course is a little bit dragging, suppose my health is not good, so I did not take 2 week classes. So in that case, I will take extra hours. Or else generally we will prefer Monday to Friday only, because some working employees will be there, so they don't have time in working days to practice. So they will practice on the Saturday, Sunday. Okay, Deva. Okay.
Sir,
Hello.
if I missed any session, is there any backup for
Yeah.
that? Like any
No.
recorded session?
Videos will be available. Yeah, videos will be available. Videos I
Oh,
will
thank
upload. Yeah, videos will be available. I will upload in the drive. Everybody can access that, but they are not downloadable. Okay, but you can watch in the Google Drive. Okay, right. Clear it, everybody. Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. Monday to Friday classes. Okay, daily 1 hour class, and the duration will be 40 to 60 days. Yeah, everything with practical manner. I'm not just a theoretical guy. And okay, everything will practical manner, and you should prepare for practical example implementation also. Okay, so don't expect
Okay.
more theory. That means only theory, not more theory, only theory. So somebody, what they will do, they will expect always theory only. Okay, they will expect only simple examples. So okay, I will tell simple examples, but in a real time, what we will do, will sometimes, if you are implement big examples, you will confuse, right? So don't think easy work. So nobody will recruit you for easy work. Suppose there is a chair, so you need to move from your one room to another room. So what you will do, you will move your chair, you will move that chair by your own, or else you will recruit some person by paying 1,000 rupees, and then you will move. Respond, everybody. There is a simple chair is there, only 1 kg or 2 kg chair. You want to move from one room to another room. What you will do, you will change by yourself, or else you will recruit any person by paying 1,000 rupees. Respond. Simple question that I'm asking.
Will utilize the already existed resources?
No, I'm asking about chair moving. Simple kurchi, chair.
Yeah,
Okay, not a real world
I
example. Okay,
have,
there is a chair. I want to
yeah.
move from one room to another room. What I will do, I will move. I will do it. I will move it myself, or else I will recruit someone. I will move it myself only. Why? Because it is very easy to carry chair. Okay, it is only 1 kg, so I can move it from one room to another room. Suppose there is a 200 kgs item is in my home, so only I am in the home. So can I move it by myself? Now what I will do? I will recruit some person. So if the work is very big, then only everybody will recruit you. Nobody recruit you simple work. So prepare for big work also. That's what I meant to tell. Okay, right. Understanding everybody. So this is the attitude you should have if you want to step into the software industry. Okay, easy work, easy learning, don't expect that. And coming to React.js, everything we need to write. So you need to more practice. How many times? If I tell 100 times also, if you don't practice at least one time, you don't get anything. Understanding my point?
Yes, sir.
If I tell 100 times also, if you don't practice at once, at least one time, you don't get anything. Why? Because already it is pre-written. If it is a core language, I can tell very simple examples. You can also practice simple examples. Okay, yeah, you can appreciate yourself. Okay, I learn like this. But this is a library, and Angular is a framework also. So there are so many predefined things are available. So if you want to understand the predefined things, you should be a professional also. So okay, right. So that's why I will tell, of course, understandable language I will tell, but you should understand my problem also. That means if I tell at least 1 or 2 times or else 100 times also, you should practice at least one time. Okay, right. Be prepared for practice whenever you want to commit to learn React.js and Angular or else Node.js, whatever the technology also. Right. Yeah. Thank you everybody. This is the class for today. So yeah, tomorrow onwards we will continue JavaScript basics. That means necessary topics for React.js 1 or 2 days, and then after I will start about React.js introduction one more time, and then after installation and continue React.js examples. Okay, right. Thank you everybody.
Sir.
Yeah, tell me,
Hello.
Char. Yeah,
Sir,
tell me.
actually, I have not paid for this course, so maybe tomorrow I will not be eligible to attend the class. So how can I pay? Because I want to continue.
Yeah, you can contact our online team. Wait 1 second. So please send your phone numbers in the chat. I forgot to ask you. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, I'm stopping recording. Right, class is completed. Thank you. 1 second. Yeah, please send everybody phone numbers there in the chat, and I will tell I will send you online team number also.
Sir,
So you
can I send this to instead of to entire audience? Can I send it to
no, only to
organizer?
me, organizer only,
Okay.
organizer. Okay, right.
Sorry,
Or
what
else,
will be the fee, sir?
yeah, you can ask our online team. Okay, or else wait 1 second. I will give my email
Okay.
ID. Okay, wait 1 second. I will give my email ID in the chat. So send your phone numbers there. That is secure, right? Yeah, I will forward these numbers to the online team. Okay, everybody, right? So that they will contact you or else you can contact them. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fees you can. Yeah, I should not discuss here. Okay, right. Yeah, Charu,
Okay,
and
sir.
you have sent. I appreciate that. But send your numbers to the email address. Okay, which I have sent. So entire audience,
Okay.
right? Yeah, you got my email address, right, everybody? So there, send your phone
Yes.
numbers without forgetting. Okay, and yes, okay, I will forward your numbers to the online team so that you will get calls from them. So if you are interested, you can pay them. They will send you the bank details. Through that bank details you can pay also. Okay, right. Thank you everybody. So don't forget to send your phone numbers. Okay, right. Thank you everyone.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Thanks for attending the demo. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye.